What is happening? Ow. It's been a few days since I've been on. My allergies have been really bad. And once my lungs start getting fucked up, it's hard for me to talk. Actually, wanted to come on the other day, just couldn't do it. So, doing better. Had a long day, so I'm a little out of it. I'll have a good setback, I'm sure, from working today and all that stuff. I feel I've passed the hump of the horrible wave from the vaccine, I could tell. So that's awesome. My sensory issues have calmed down a good bit. Still not great, but now I can actually tolerate it. Still have a cough. Fucking allergies. It's the mold in the air. I can't handle it. And it's getting worse every year. Once I'm off the Remeron one day, I think it'll get better then. My head's still a little wonky, but it's getting there. Could be worse right now. I was able to get out. I got out Monday, and I think that's the day my head went really fast, or it's one of those days. And later on, it's just got insane. Then Tuesday was okay. And I went out today, and I don't plan on going out for work till next Monday, so can get stuff done here. Got some family coming up for the weekend, so I'm preparing for that. But the real intense shit I was going through, sensory and just madness, I could tell that's calmed down. So I'm happy about that. It's been 2 weeks since I got the vaccine, so it makes sense. A lot of people ask me if it was worth it. I don't know. Can't tell. Yeah, I don't get people coming up too much. And now that I'm vaccinated, I feel a little more comfortable. It's my girlfriend's mom and dad, and they're better than my own parents. So I really like when they come around. And plus, they always pay for everything if we get dinner and stuff. And that's always great. But I got a lot of stuff I got to do for the next so many days. And Sunday, I have to go pick up green chilies from a local store. They get them from New Mexico. And here in Wisconsin, we don't get we usually don't get the good chilies. So they ordered a buttload of them, and they have a green chili smoker cooker thing or whatever you call it. Can't think of it right now. And that's gonna be awesome. I had some good ones. Shit, last time I had them was in Texas. And before that, I had everything was really good when I lived in Arizona. So yeah. But that's going to take me a bit because that drive is like a half hour to get to that store, and I'm going to have to do that to myself. The most I'm doing right now are 15 to 20-minute drives, and that's when I feel like it. But I have to go pick those up on Sunday. So no matter how I feel, I have to drive a half hour there and back. So I'm going to try to take it as easy as possible. In the next 3-4 days. Tomorrow I have a therapy appointment, which I completely need. I usually just eat them in general, but I put them in just about everything. I do gluten free, so I get brown rice noodles, and I'll make them with that, and put them in eggs, and I don't know. I just put them in everything. I know my girlfriend wants to make specific stuff with them, but hopefully they're not too hot, or I won't be able to eat them. They're supposed to be mild, but last time I got mild, they were so fucking hot. It just totally spiked my symptoms up. But they're fire roasted, and they're just so good, and you can't get them around here normally unless somebody decides to order a lot of them from New Mexico. So it's cool. Girlfriend saw that. She's like, oh, he's going to be excited about that. And I am. I love them. You can order them online, not roasted. And you can roast them yourself in the oven, which I've done, and it works out good. But it's a lot of work. This way, they just do it for you. It's fun. But I had a long day today. Hey. I went to work. I did some work this morning, and then I went out for a Facebook marketplace transaction, and then I met my girlfriend at a car place. She had to get her car checked out, so that was quick and easy. Then we went to Panera for lunch, and they still weren't open except for drive-through. And we tried to sit outside, and it was just so windy we couldn't do it. The only way you can get them, because they're Hatch chilies. I forgot what company I get them through. But you can order them. Like right now, this is like the time. So if you just typed in Hatch chilies, New Mexico, order online, you can order them. So, I mean, you can only realistically get them in New Mexico. But some of the places, the Southwest, states will get them. Texas, I got some. Arizona, I used to get them all the time. But all those places, not in the Midwest. Florida, yeah, there's no way. You'd have to order them online. You can get the actual peppers, but you'd have to roast them yourself, which is really easy to do in your oven. It's just as good, really. I am feeling better. Thanks for asking. It's going to go up and down. I was kind of outside a little while today, so my lungs are already feeling it. As much as I hate winter, once it freezes, I'm going to feel better. Well, I'll go through an initial wave from the weather change, but after that, I'll feel a lot better. It's probably when I'll start tapering again. Who knows? Maybe a little earlier. If I can get on a good streak, I'll taper a little earlier. but I rarely have a streak of good. We'll see. It's like on my decent days, I kind of have to overdo it. Yeah, I was. It was cool. It was hard, but it just sucks when you have such horrible allergies from, especially from the mold in the air. If we have the mold, ragweed, pollen, and God, everything, and it's my lungs are just burning, and I can never get rid of the cough, and I have to be careful because last time it turned into sinus infection and everything else, and it's still bad. Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna check my emails. I know I get emails from the specific. Yeah, it's called the Hatch Chili Store. I think it's a little expensive, but it's fucking worth it. Let me see what they got. Shop now. Fresh hatched green chilies. That's $35. Okay, let's see. Big. There's a lot. There's a bunch of different kinds. So like I would get the mild fresh hatched green chilies. It's only 5 pounds for $35. Man, that's expensive. Oh, 10 pounds for 40. 25 for 60. I guess we have to overpay since we're not there. It's pretty expensive, like compared to what they would pay. 5 pounds. I would just, if you were gonna go all out and you had the extra money, I'd get 10 pounds for $40. Who knows if they're shipping? I'm sure there's shipping charge too. It's good though. Yeah, this has been my worst year for allergies. It gets worse every single year. The lower I get on Remeron, because has a big antihistamine property, and it really fucked up my histamine stuff. I can't take antihistamines. Yeah, I will when I have no choice. When I can't stop coughing, I'll take it for a few days until I stop coughing. But that sets me back. Like I still feel it in my head from when I took it weeks ago. And it'll last for like a month and a half. It sucks. But it's been bad. It's been really bad. I can deal with the pollen. I wear a mask, it's not a regular mask, but like one of those things I put over my mouth and nose when I go outside to take out the dog. It doesn't help at all. Not from mold. It did work for pollen. Oh, dude, it's totally worth it. The last time I ordered from there, I think I was living in Wisconsin. Yeah, I couldn't eat all of them because after a while they got hotter. So what I did, I ordered 10 pounds. I probably spent like 40 or $50, like I was saying. And I got prepared with Ziploc bags, freezer bags, and so I put them I would put them on a pan. I don't remember. It's been a while since I did it, but put them on a pan, and I would put them. I think you have to put it on broil. There's a lot of recipes and easy ways to do it online, so it's not hard to find. But I think I put it in broil in the oven, like close to the what's an electric oven, so close to the things, and it would roast them basically, and then they turn black on each side, and then I think you wait till they cool. You put them under water, and you have to scrape off all the black stuff. And then I would put bags of like 4 or 5. I'd put like 4 or 5 peppers in each bag. Do a couple bags, freeze them. It lasts forever, you know. I love them. But then some of them were so fucking hot I couldn't eat them, and those are mild. So you just never know what you're gonna get. But there's a place here. I pick them up on Sunday. I hope they're mild. Fuck. Hey, thanks a lot. Yeah, I work really hard on my music. I have a new album coming out, although it's not going to come out for a while, but it's almost done. So yeah. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's nice to be not feeling completely psychotic. I mean, not completely, but it was really hard there for a little while. It was scary. I'm like, oh fuck, you know. I was in a lot of bands. I don't even know what's on the Discogs place or Discog page. I don't even know if it's been updated for a while. But yeah, I was in when I was a teenager. I was in a band called Genocide. I started all metal bands. That one nobody would ever know of. And then I went to a band called Euphoric Evisceration. That was a brutal death metal band. Did that one for years. Played hundreds of shows. Did really well in that band. After that band, I joined an American black metal band called Sarcophagus, which was one of the biggest black metal bands in America at the time. And that was really cool. And that's when I started forming anxiety, actually. So that got hard. Then after that, I started a synth band with my ex-wife called Disposition. Nobody knows that one. And that turned into Blind Faith and Envy, which we recorded like 4 albums, and we had a really good following overseas. Because a lot of the electronic music I do always goes way better overseas. Americans just aren't really into it as much as Europe and stuff like that. But Blind Faith and Envy did really good. So that was my ex-wife vocals. I wrote all the music, did some backing vocals and stuff. But I still listen to that project. I really liked it. And once I divorced my wife, my ex-wife, of course, that project died. I started Vein Collector. Vein Collector is an industrial metal project. I still do that one. Not just, a year ago or something, I released another album. And that's an industrial metal project. And then I started Missing in Stars, which is my baby. That's my favorite project. I point everybody to that project just because that's the most listenable to most people. So Missing in Stars is my favorite project. And I do vocals for that one as well. I do the vocals for everything other than Blind Faith and Envy. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of singing. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been into music for a long, long time. And I don't play, obviously I don't play live anymore. And I don't plan to even in the future. If for some reason I feel really good one day, maybe, but I'm kind of not counting on that, But right now this was kind of a disaster, but in benzo withdrawal, I signed a major publishing contract with a really big company, Victory Records, and it was to write music for television and film and stuff. It took a few months and entertainment lawyer. Yes. I used to live in Illinois. I used to live in Wheeling and Mount Prospect and Palatine. I lived all those places. So most of the bands were originally Illinois, because that's pretty much where I mostly lived. But I kind of still feel like I live in Illinois just because I'm on the border of Wisconsin in Lake Geneva. So, the Victory Records, as soon as I signed that contract, and mind you, this was only 2 years ago. It was really hard to do that because I was really sick at the time. I was way worse than now, and it was like getting a fucking lawyer and doing all this bullshit and paying lawyers and doing all this for this contract was so hard, but I did not want to lose out. I didn't want to lose out on this contract, so I suffered through it. Oh, yeah, I've got some friends in Elgin. There's actually a cute Facebook page called Cats of Elgin, and it's just my friends' cats. Anyway, so as soon as I signed that contract, the people that were working for that part of Victory Records, which was called Another Victory, ended up selling the guy who owned Victory Records sold Victory Records and Another Victory to Concord Music. And Concord Music is one of the biggest music publishing companies there is in the world. That may sound kick-ass because I got pushed over to Concord, but that's not kick-ass because you've got Nine Inch Nails or, Johnny Cash and all the major artists, and then there's me. They don't give a fuck about me. They'll never sell my music. So Another Victory ended up, the guy who owned Victory Records started another small company called Amex, I think that's how you say it. So they ended up buying us back. All this in benzo withdrawal. It was fucking unreal. Buying us back, and which was really stupid because now they don't do shit for us. And I occasionally write music for them and it never gets used, and it's really stupid. It was a huge fucking waste of time and huge major stressor that I did not need. I'm proud of the accomplishment because it's a really big deal that I got that in general, but nothing ever came from it. I got some really good bonus money out of it, but contract's going to be up in 2 years, and it was actually a 4-year contract. So once it's up, then I can kind of move on. But yeah, that's the story. Yeah, it's amazing what I accomplished in benzo withdrawal. I mean, I remember, and I still feel like my head is still really fucked up, but my head was even more fucked up then. And I remember talking to the lawyer on the phone and acting like I was totally normal, talking to the guys who work in the record label, publishing company and stuff. And I remember at one time they're like, they didn't have to do this, but they were going to do this like major video for Vein Collector. And it was going to be all this animation. And they started doing it when they didn't have to do that because I wasn't on their record label. But they were going to do it anyways. And the guy who owns the company was totally for it. And they started it. And it was coming out fucking amazing. And that's when all hell broke loose. And everybody got fired and so on. It was absolutely ridiculous. Completely insane. Nobody really knows that story because it was so complicated to do all that. I actually was really upset for a really long time. And I still have 2 years of a contract. And every once in a while they contact me to do something. And it makes me cringe because I know it's not going to get used. It's actually really disheartening. And the fact that there's 2 more years. And I know this one guy I had no idea. He's been my friend for years. And I had no idea he was one of the main songwriters for Paw Patrol, that cartoon. And like all these major cartoons. I'm like, okay. I mean, the dude's pretty wealthy right now. And he wants to start a publishing company. I can't take advantage of that and start asking him if I can get involved because I still have a 2-year contract. Oh no! I used to love Headbangers Ball. I mean, when that first came on, that changed my life. And I know that sounds funny, but I'm a big metalhead at heart, and I just. Oh man, it got lame after a while, but it was cool. Yeah, it sure is. No, I know the Hellion name, but yeah, it sucks when you actually get a chance in the music industry, and it all goes to shit because of politics. I'm assuming. and people selling off companies and doing whatever, and you get lost. And that was pretty much my one chance recently. And it was either it was either I was going to do really fucking well, because realistically the money in music is in film and TV, especially when you're a guy like me that can't play live or go on tours and try to get on a major label, which honestly labels aren't really, it's just not the same as it used to be in the 90s or whatever. But yeah, I do so much different types of music, and that's why I got signed to publishing, because I can kind of write and do everything. They're like, if they need a ballad track for something, I can do it. If they need a metal track, I can do it. If they need synth pop track, I can do it. It all it all depends. But see, I'm just not a huge fan of doing vocals anymore, because it usually sets me back. It takes a huge toll on me physically to do vocals, especially for Vein Collector stuff or any kind of metal stuff. I can do it, but it takes a toll on me big time. So I try not to do vocals if I don't have to. So that's the truth. I've done it, and I did it for a while, but now that I'm totally set back from everything, I haven't done it. Yeah. If I'm doing like vocals, like Missing in Stars type stuff, if it's not something really hard hitting, I can do it. I'll still do it if I have to, and I have to just take the hit. But I won't be doing anything severe for a while. Yeah. I just hate all the setbacks, and now my nervous system's so fried that I just don't really. I don't know. A lot of it's still to this day who you know and who your connections are. I mean, no matter what, and the only reason I got those deals is because I had some sort of connections. I mean, there's a lot way better bands that probably could have done way better than me, but they don't have the connections. It's just meeting people, So true. It is. And at this point, I'm very. I don't get along with people as much as I'd like. I can't kiss people's ass anymore to try to get further. Because honestly, I don't care. So I write music for me, and I'm going to try to work on getting a better deal in a couple years, and hopefully get ahead that way. Never heard of him. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't think I'm as sick as I am, and honestly, I couldn't imagine people being in my head and doing what I'm doing. I mean, I've been very suicidal many times, just trying to keep my life up, and then I have to pull the reins basically, and I have to cool it and give it a couple days, and I'll be really depressed and really fucked up, and my head will be just out of control. I can deal with a lot of shit, but the head shit I deal with, it's nuts. But it's funny. A lot of people just assume I'm just like, he's doing this and that. I didn't really have a choice, to be honest. I mean, I had a choice with the music stuff, but I mean, it was my one chance I've been waiting for my whole life. It didn't work out like I'd like, but I didn't know the outcome. I wasn't going to ruin it because of benzo withdrawal. I'm going to take the chance. I said, fuck it. I'm going to just have to live in my acid trip head and try to do it. See what happens. Because what if I'm able to write music and live a more of a wealthy lifestyle so I don't have to fucking go do a real job. Yeah, it didn't work out, but I do feel good about it. It was a lot of work, and I set myself back all the time. I'd probably be in a better place if I didn't have to work and stress myself out so much. But after so long, what are you gonna do? I just walk through it. I just keep walking. I have my bad days, and there's a lot of them. And sometimes I express it on here, and sometimes I don't. And I'll take a couple days off, and I'll literally lay on the couch and cry and go, "What fucking happened to my life?" Today's not one of those days, and I take advantage of those, and you should too. People say not to overdo it, but when you got to work, you know. I got into it, and I would say it's been almost 20 years now. I can't say exact, probably. I got into it. I was working at a Whole Foods market in Palatine, Illinois, and a lady that worked there, she bought a lamp on eBay. I'm like, "What's eBay?" She's like, "You could buy and sell used stuff. It's auctions." Then I don't even think they'd buy it now. And I'm like, "Auctions?" I'm like, "So anybody could sell stuff at auction?" "Yep." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." So I'm like, I didn't know what to sell. So I started trying to sell some stuff from home. It didn't really work out well. Then I started reselling bootleg metal videos. And that was working out great. Then I started selling bootleg Depeche Mode and Nine Inch Nails videos. And that was working out really good. Then I started selling bootleg concert CDs. I mean, that's when you can get away with more shit, So I was making rent by selling bootleg stuff. But I knew I couldn't do that forever, so it started slowing down, and I started thinking, okay, we need to do something else. So me and my ex-wife started going to the thrift stores and selling clothes, and I think we sold clothing for a good 15 years. Well, not with her necessarily. I was with her for a long time, but we sold clothing for years, and I did that after our divorce. I sold clothing, and then I, branched out to everything else as well. Imports. They were good looking too, the CDs. I had a thermal printer and everything. So it looked good. VHSs were, I'd print out a cover, and that was great. It worked out. It looked good. Anyway, I like that though. But yeah, and it's still really extremely hard for me. Yeah, I think from what I did on Monday versus today, I did almost the same thing, and Monday was absolute hell. Today's a little easier. So I just don't know when I'm going to overdo it or when my body's going to take it or not. It sucks. Last week was Friday, I think. That day was absolute torture. I should have never went out, but I had no idea. Sometimes you just have to go and see. Sometimes I leave and I feel better after I leave. So it's just, I can never tell. Yeah. And that's good though. At least you have days where you can. Same with me. But reselling is, I never suggest it to people unless they're already used to it because nobody ever really realizes the fees. I mean, I pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in fees. It's a lot to deal with because then you're doing, well, some people don't, but I'm doing my own taxes and doing this and that. But honestly, I'd rather do it this way because I can't work another fucking job. Hey, Scott, you're late. I'm cutting off in a minute. Nobody likes people being late. But yeah, reselling's good for me. It's not as good as it used to be. Oh shit, today and you're on here. How you feeling, man? How did it go? It's never fun, but I didn't have any issues. When I had mine, I had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy or whatever at the same time. Oh, but yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can't work a regular job and you can get out once in a while, reselling could be an okay thing. But I don't coach people to do it because it's too complicated. I just tell people if you want to do something, research. Just research what's worth money and what's not. I mean, you have a scanner on your phone. You can scan any barcode to see if it's worth money. So that's what I do. I scan barcodes for a living. If I can make money, I'd buy it. This, like this, I mean, is there a purifier I got for $6.99? I'll get like $40 for it. Whatever. Well, at least you have proof that something's going on. Well, I'm glad it's done. I bet you're glad it's done. Let me know how you feel after a few days. Sure, you'll be okay. I didn't have any issues at all. I was just tired. Feeling a lot better. Thanks for asking. It ain't amazing or anything, but oh, okay, that's good. Oh, I would have had to been. That wouldn't have been fun. But yeah, I feel better today. I've been feeling better for the last few days. I could tell the hump of bullshit's gone. Yeah. It's not easy to do. I mean, for me, it is. I mean, I've been here for 5 years and I like talking. And instead of complaining about everything to my girlfriend, I just come on here and complain to you. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. People throw out good shit. But I'm sure I have too. I'm sure I pass up as much, no matter how long you do this, you always miss something. But it's a lot of headache though. If I was healthy, I would get a regular job. No, it's still there. I can feel it, but it's not like the sensory issues that went crazy and stuff. It was just insane, dude. It was unreal. And I was I was regretting my decision so bad for like a good 3 days. And then it just stopped. I mean, okay, calm down instantly. I'm like, whew. So I'm sure it'll go up and down because my nervous system's so fucking shocked right now. So if I do anything, I feel it. So I'm sure I'll be complaining again, but I can tell it's the huge hump is gone. But yeah, that vaccine, ooh. But I feel more confident going out now. It's been 2 weeks. I swear, if I could just drive more and not feel so completely bizarre, I would do DoorDash and stuff like that part time just for fun. Because I used to love driving. Now, can't do it. Yeah. Well, my wave was brought on by me, so I don't know if it's going to count. All right, I'm going to head off here because my chest is burning from fucking allergies, and I probably shouldn't even talked for the last 40 minutes. My cough, it just all sucks. I can't go, it won't go away until these allergies calm down. Visual snow, I don't know when it started. I imagine it started when I was really young, and I just don't know if I noticed it. It wasn't until I know I was, when I really realized I had visual snow, I was with my ex wife, so, and with my girlfriend now for 10 years. And before that, I was with my ex for 14 years. I would say 25 years ago, maybe a little bit more. I noticed when I was at the doctor's office, and even if I might have told the story already, but I was in the doctor's office and they were giving me an eye test. And I said, I can see it clear, but I can't see it through the static. They're like, what? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, ding, this isn't normal. Fuck. Then I started trying to learn what it was, and, so far. Um, majority of people, it's not progressive. It's been very progressive for me, but I've also fucked my nervous system a million times. So do your very best to be careful, but it sucks. I know. Right? What? Thank you. Because honest to fucking God, I was at my eye doctor, and they have a TV screen over there. I'm like, dude, that doesn't work for me at all. I'm like, I have a neurological issue called visual snow, and that fucks with me. I'm like, I can see this shit with my eyes closed, so I know it's neurological. But god damn, oh, that's really cool. I mean, I'm. It sucks you have it, but nobody else has said that, so that's cool. It is way worse than floaters. You know what it is? What it is like, and I'll explain it. It's like the old analog TVs, the static. That's what I see. So basically, you know how you could look at it and it looks like it's moving all over the fucking place? It's a layer of vision, and it does that. So basically, you sort of hallucinate all the time because you could actually see shit in that snow. And it's basically television static. And it's very, very fucked up. You see trails and everything you would see in that TV. So you can see trails, you can like things matrix into shit, and it's crazy. And flashing, my eyes are flashing all the time. It's nuts. It's bad. Mine has gotten really bad. And yeah, my new TV kicks ass. Yeah. But yeah, my new TV's cool. I gave away my old TV, which worked fine, to a friend. That was nice. He even tried to pay me, and it was the first time I didn't have to accept money from somebody. I was really proud of that. So that was cool. But I do have floaters too. That's just added fun. Stupid. And I'm gonna go make dinner. I don't know if I'll be on. Well, tomorrow I have to talk with my therapist for an hour, so I probably won't be on because it's just too much talking. Yeah, the strobe lights in your eyes when you wake up, that's pretty normal. I have those almost all day. And usually I guarantee your strobe lights are more like on the sides. I had that most of my life too. Just when you're really tired, they strobe, sometimes down here. But now mine's starting to strobe all over the place. It's very annoying. And I always get my eyes checked, make sure I'm not getting any detachment in my retina or anything, and they're always fine. I do have to make an appointment with a higher up eye doctor just to talk about visual snow, even though I know there's no cure for it, and I've been watching the studies for 10 years. But I just want to talk to him about it. So anyway, the strobe thing, I think it's very normal for people. So I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry about that. I think the more uh, your sensory issues are probably more heightened because of the benzo withdrawal and the other medications. So it'll probably be a little worse. When I taper, it gets worse. So yeah, glad you guys came on today. It was actually pretty fun to talk. Tomorrow, I'm going to I do teletherapy, so I stay home. So I probably won't come on tomorrow. Maybe I might later evening, but if I talk too much and my throat hurts and my chest hurts, I probably won't. But I'm feeling better, and that's cool. And I probably won't be on. Yeah, I might. I don't know. We'll see. Fuck, I'm making chicken too. Damn it. How boring. I'll probably make some rice today. And I rarely eat rice. It always gives me the shits. Not that you need to know that, but it does if I eat too much fucking rice. And I love rice. Too much fiber, I guess. Oh, I don't even want to think about tapering. But I'm at the next step. Since now I just want to feel better, try to heal a little bit from everything I've been doing. And then I'll reevaluate tapering. But good luck. Let us know how it's going when you do it. Document it, We'll help you through if you need it. Really wish I could bring you guys on here video wise. Really got to figure something out. Anywho, yeah, you take care too. And we will be on soon enough. Feel better. Stay positive because fucking it's not easy to do. Tell you. It's been a good 3-4 weeks for me of not being very positive, so it's nice to have a little break. Yeah, I keep saying that. Maybe I'll save my breath one of these days. You know what? Maybe you should find me on. I don't accept many people on Facebook from the benzo community just because I don't want. I always get those fucking messages, for just support. Nobody wants to be my friend. But if you can find me on, fuck, I don't. I want to be able. I will add. I'm gonna. We can't message through YouTube, but I don't want to. I gotta figure this out. I'll figure it out. I will. I will. I don't know what Discord is. Let me look. I need to figure out a way to get you my information. Discord. Almost came up with Discogs. Oh. In an invite only place. I like that. Good idea. I'll take a look. So it's like video. Oh, I don't know. WhatsApp is either. Are you guys on your high-end new app things? Discord I like. WhatsApp. Huh. I just want to get you my Facebook page or something without actually saying it on this page. Because I mean, you guys are great, and I wouldn't mind you contacting me. But this video is gonna be up for years to come, and I just don't want to get a million messages from people needing support. Like I can't handle it. So whatever. Leave a comment or something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we do need to talk. I don't know why we haven't yet. I think I'm trying to save my lungs, and every time I do, I come on here and fuck them up. But whatever, I'll check out Discord, and maybe we can all get on that sometime. It's like some weird video chat type thing. So you don't have to always just see me. It's like I want to see who I'm talking to once in a while, you know? And we can kind of be a support group in a way. I like this. Discord. I'll check it out. All right, all you. I'm off. Take care. That was 51 fucking minutes. That was a long one today. And I only got one like. Oh, fuck you guys. Disappointed.